Hello once again, grade 9 special mathematics class students. We are now through with our topics: point slope form, 2-point form, slope intercept form, and intercept form of the equation of a straight line. We now proceed to the general form of the equation of a straight line. What is the general form all about? So the MELC for this topic solves problems using the general form of the equation of a straight line. And for the learning objectives, number 1, identify the general form of the equation of a straight line. Find the x-intercept, y-intercept, and slope of the line. Determine if two lines are parallel or perpendicular. Let us first have a review. Okay, last time we discussed about the intercept form. So find the equation of the line in the form ax plus by equals c given its intercepts. For number 1, if x-intercept is 2, y-intercept is 3, what's your answer? Can you solve this orally for 5 seconds each number? Number 1 is 3x plus 2y equals 6. For number 2, 4x minus y equals negative 4. How about number 3? Number 3, x-intercept negative 4, y-intercept is 1. What's your answer? Okay, time's up. The answer is x minus 4y equals negative 4. How about number 4? If the x-intercept is 0, y-intercept is negative 6, what is the equation of the line in the form ax plus by equals c? Okay, time's up. What's your answer? Y equals negative 6. Right. Next, number 5. If the x-intercept is 1, y-intercept is 7 here, what is the equation of the line? Okay, time's up. The answer is 7x plus y equals 7. Another, find the x and y intercepts of the following equations. Number 1, 2x plus 5y equals 6. Okay, I think the easier method is method 1. Just divide all terms by 6 for number 1, so that the right side of the equation will become 1. And then the y-intercept is what? 6 pips. Dito naman 6 over 2, so 3. X-intercept is 3, y-intercept is 6 pips. Correct? Yun, di ba? Tama. X-intercept 3, y-intercept 6 pips. Okay, do the same for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Number 2, what's your answer for the x and y intercepts? 5 seconds each. Okay, the answer for the x-intercept, negative 2/3, y-intercept 1/3. How about number 3, negative x plus 3y equals 5? Answer? X-intercept negative 5, while the y-intercept is 5/3. How about number 4, 7x minus 8y equals 12? Okay, answer is for the x-intercept 12 over 7, y-intercept is negative 3/2. And last number, x plus 3y equals negative 10. What is the x and y, or what are the x and y intercepts? Time's up. For the x-intercept, negative 10, and y-intercept is negative 10/3. Okay. So let's go now to our lesson proper, the general form of the equation of a straight line. So this is the general form of the equation of a straight line. Ax plus by plus c equals 0. Okay. So this is different from our lesson last time, in which we are trying to solve equations in the form ax plus by equals c. Okay, the general form is ax plus by plus c equals 0. This is the general form of the equation of a line where a, b, and c are real numbers, and a and b are not both 0. Okay, we use capital A, B, and C for the coefficients, because if if we let this a small a, then that will already be the x-intercept, and small b is the symbol for y-intercept. So for the coefficients of x and y, we use capital A and B, and capital C for the constant. So writing an equation in general form. So most are written in slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b from our past lesson. So another used form is the general form, ax plus by plus c equals 0. Variable terms on left side, constant term right side. A, B, C represent real numbers. A and B are not both equal to 0. So we have here equation in slope-intercept form, y equals 2 fifths x minus 3. So how are we going to transform this to its general form? Okay, first multiply the equation or both sides of the equation by 5. So it becomes 5y equals 5 times the quantity 2 fifths x minus 3. So multiply each side by 5 by use this distributive property. So 5y equals 2x minus 15. Then transpose or subtract 2x from and add 15 to each side. So it becomes negative 2x here, negative 2x plus 5y transpose negative 15. Okay, I mean, in short, transpose 2x minus 15 to the left side of the equation. So it becomes negative 2x plus 5y plus 15 equals 0. Or you can multiply this by negative 1, so it becomes 2x minus 5y minus 15 equals 0. They're just the same. So the general form, a linear equation can have more than one general form. Example, if you multiply each side of the standard form by negative 1, you get 2x minus 5y minus 15 equals 0. Yun ang sinasabi ko, multiplying the equation by negative 1, you will get 2x minus 5y minus 15 equals 0, which is in general form of the equation of a line. Let us now derive the formula for slope. Yes. Derivation of the slope-intercept form from the general form. Okay. So if we're going to transform the general form to slope-intercept form, we can be able to solve immediately the slope, x and y intercepts of a given equation of a line. So aside from using the slope, the intercept form, the slope-intercept form, now using the general form, given the general form, I should say, we're going to transform that to slope-intercept form. We can be able to derive a formula for slope, x-intercept, and y-intercept. So you can see here, ax plus by plus c equals 0 is the general form. Okay, let's transform this to y equals mx plus b form. So first, subtract ax. So yun, both sides. So by equals negative ax minus c. Then step 2, divide all terms by b. So we have by over b equals negative a over bx minus c over b. So it becomes y equals negative a over bx minus c over b. Okay, which is equivalent to slope-intercept form of the equation of a line. So from here, we can now have our formula for slope, negative a over b for slope, and for y-intercept, negative c over b. Diba? So given the general form ax plus by plus c equals 0, okay, we can now be able to solve its slope, negative a over b, for y-intercept, negative c over b. Okay, meron pang kulang, yung x-intercept. Now, let us derive the intercept form of the from the general form. So transform ax plus by plus c equals 0 to x over a plus y over b equals 1. So that if we transform this to its intercept form, we can be able to determine the formula for its x-intercept. So we have here the general form, ax plus by plus c equals 0. Transpose c, so we have ax plus by equals negative c. Then divide all terms by negative c. Yan. Negative ax over negative c plus by over negative c equals negative c over negative c. Becomes 1 on this part. Then isolate x and y coordinate. So ax over negative c becomes x over negative c over a, just like what we're doing in intercept form, plus y over negative c over b. Yan. So from the intercept form here, okay, we can now be able to have the formula for x-intercept negative c over a, for y-intercept negative c over b. Alright? So meron na tayong formula for x-intercept negative c over a, for y-intercept negative c over b, and for slope negative a over b. Right? So for two parallel lines, a sub 1 plus b sub 1 plus c sub 1 equals 0, and a sub 2 plus b sub 2 plus c sub 2 equals 0, their slopes are equal. So we have yan. So what is the slope of this line, line 1? Of course, negative a over b. And what is the slope of line 2? Negative a sub 2 over b sub 2. We cancel now the two negatives. They are now both positive. So by cross multiplication, we have a sub 1 b sub 2 equals a sub 2 times b sub 1. And then if we're going to transpose a sub 2 b sub 1, we have a sub 1 b sub 2 minus a sub 2 b sub 1 equals 0. This is now our formula when we are trying to find or determine if two lines are parallel or not. Okay, all we have to do is memorize a sub 1 b sub 2 minus a sub 2 b sub 1 equals 0. Now, to determine if two lines are perpendicular or not, then let us derive the formula. So pag perpendicular, their slopes are negative reciprocal of each other, or the product of their slope is negative 1. So what is the slope of line 1? We have negative a sub 1 over b sub 1. What is the slope of line 2? Negative a sub 2 over b sub 2. So since they are both negative, nagiging positive din ba naman yan? Equals negative 1. Yung b sub 1, b sub 2 will be multiplied to negative 1. So a sub 1, a sub 2 equals negative b sub 1, b sub 2. Then transpose this, becomes a sub 1, a sub 2 plus b sub 1, b sub 2 equals 0. Is now our formula in determining if two lines are perpendicular or not. Okay? Okay, all we have to do is memorize. So this is the formula when we are determining if two lines are perpendicular or not. When we are determining if two lines are parallel or not, this one, a sub 1 b sub 2 minus a sub 2 b sub 1 equals 0. And if we're trying to solve for x-intercept, we have negative a over c, negative c over a. We're trying to solve for y-intercept, negative c over b. How about the slope? Negative a over b. It's the formula. So let us now have some examples for our general form. First, identify the coefficients a, b, and c in each of the following equations. A, 4x plus 3y minus 2 equals 0. What's a? A is 4, b is 3, c is negative 2. Right. About this, negative y equals 3x plus 10. Okay, ano siya? Slope-intercept form, so transform this first to general form. Ax plus by plus c equals 0. So transpose 3x plus 10 to the left side. Negative 3x minus y minus 10 equals 0. Multiply the equation by 1, becomes 3x plus y plus 10 equals 0. This is the general form of negative y equals 3x plus 10. Therefore, what is a, b, and c? A is 3, b is 1, c is 10. Okay. Now, identify the slope, x-intercept, and y-intercept of each of the following equations. The formula for the slope, negative a over b. Formula for x-intercept, negative c over a. Formula for y-intercept, negative c over b. Okay, find the slope of 2x. Find the slope x and y-intercepts of 2x plus 6y plus 9 equals 0. So first step, identify a, b, and c first. A is 2, b is 6, c is 9. So for slope, substitute in the formula a negative a over b. So we have negative 2 over 6. Therefore, the slope is negative 1/3. Diba? No need to transform this to slope-intercept form. We can be able to solve the slope by using the formula negative a over b. How about for x-intercept? Formula is negative c over a. So substitute, negative 9 over 2 is negative 4.5. So the x-intercept is negative 4.5 or negative 4.50 in coordinates. So how about for y-intercept? Negative c over b. So negative 9 over 6. Simplify, negative 3 halves or negative 1.5 is the y-intercept of the equation 2x plus 6y plus 9 equals 0. Okay, di ba? So just by using the formula, we can be able to determine its slope, x-intercept and y-intercept even orally, right? No need to transform them to slope-intercept form or intercept form. Okay, just use these shortcut methods. Another, find the slope x and y intercepts of 6x minus y minus 12 equals 0. First, identify a, b, and c. For a, 6, b, negative 1, c, negative 12. Then by substitution, what is the slope? Negative a over b, negative 6 over negative 1, which is positive 6. So the slope is positive 6. How about the x-intercept? Negative c over a, negative 12 over 6 is... Wait, is it... negative 12 over 6. It should be positive 2, di ba? Can we edit this? I think it's positive 2. Yes, positive 2. So the x-intercept is positive 2. Negative 12 over 6. Okay, positive 2. How about the y-intercept? Negative c over b is the formula. Negative 12 over negative 1. Okay, triple negative. So that's negative 12. Yes, for the y-intercept. Y-intercept is negative 12, x-intercept is 2, slope is 6. Now, number 3. So, you already know how to solve for the slope, x and y-intercepts given the general form of the equation of a line. Just use the formula. For slope, negative a over b, x-intercept, negative c over a, for y-intercept, negative c over b. Number 3. Determine whether each pair of lines are parallel. X and y-intercepts. Determine whether each pair of lines are parallel. Then graph the equations. Okay, I think this is not included. Determine whether each pair of lines are parallel, then graph the equations. X minus 7y minus 6 equals 0 and 2x minus 14y minus 11 equals 0. Okay, how can we determine if these two lines are parallel? Method 1, solve their slopes. Okay, you can solve the slope. If their slopes are equal, then they are parallel. And there is another way to to determine whether they are parallel, whether these two lines are parallel or not, using the formula a sub 1 b sub 2 minus a sub 2 b sub 1 equals 0. This is the formula that we have derived a while back. This is to determine whether two lines are parallel or not. So, first, identify with these two lines, identify a sub 1. For x minus 7y minus 6 equals 0, a sub 1 is 1, b sub 1 is negative 7, c sub 1 is negative 6. For line 2, a sub 2 is 2, b sub 2 is negative 14, c sub 2 is negative 11 for line 2. Ayan. Diba? So, you can now substitute this. C sub 1, C sub 2 are not included. So, we just consider a sub 1, b sub 1, a sub 2, b sub 2 in the equation. So, by the formula for parallel lines, we have a sub 1, b sub 2 minus a sub 2, b sub 1. Substitute. A sub 1, substitute lang. 1 times negative 14 minus 2 times negative 7. 1 times negative 14 is negative 14 minus 2 times negative 7 is positive 14. Negative 14 plus 14 is 0. 0 equals 0. So, if both sides are equal to 0, therefore, these two lines are parallel. Yes, the two lines are parallel. Kasi 0 equals 0. Pag hindi nag-equal yan to 0, that means they are not parallel. So let us now graph the two lines. In graphing the lines, we solve the intercepts of the two lines. Para mas madaling mag-graph if we have the x and y intercepts of the lines. So for line 1, ano ba yung line 1? x minus 7y minus 6 equals 0. So for the x-intercept for line 1, negative 6 over 1 is 6. X-intercept is 6, 0. For the y-intercept, negative c over b, negative 6. Negative 6 over negative 7, negative 6 over 7, or in decimal form, negative 0.9. For line 2, okay, x-intercept is 5.5, while the y-intercept is 0.8. Okay, 0.8. So plotting the 2 points, connecting the 2 points, forming a straight line. These are now the graphs of 2x minus 14y minus 11 equals 0 and x minus 7y minus 6 equals 0. As you can see, there are two lines which do not intersect. They are parallel lines. Diba? Yeah, the blue line is this, 2x minus 14y minus 11 equals 0, and the black line is x minus 7y minus 6 equals 0. This time, let us determine whether x minus 5y minus 6 equals 0 and 10x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0 form perpendicular lines and the value of the intercepts. Afterwards, graph the equations. Determine whether these two lines form perpendicular lines. Afterwards, graph the equations. Okay, to determine if two lines are perpendicular, you have to simply solve their slopes. If the product of their slope is negative 1, then they are perpendicular. But there's another method to determine whether two lines are perpendicular using this formula. A sub 1 times A sub 2 plus B sub 1 times B sub 2 should be equal to 0. Alright, for line 1, identify A, B, C. A, 1, B, negative 5, C, negative 6. For line 2, identify A, B, C. 10, 2, negative 5. C's are not included, so we just concentrate to A sub 1, A's and B's. So substitute mo lang 1 times 10 plus negative 5 times 2. So 1 times 10 is 10 plus negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. 10 plus negative 10 is 0. 0 equals 0. So pag nag-equal to 0 yan, therefore the two lines are perpendicular. Here, these two lines are perpendicular. Let us now show by graphing them. And by graphing them, we must solve the x and y intercepts of these two lines. For line 1, the x-intercept is 6, y-intercept is negative 1.2. You know the formula for x-intercept, negative c over a. For y-intercept, negative c over b. For line 2, x-intercept 0.5 or 1 half. For y-intercept, 2.5 or 5 halves. Okay, plotting the 2 points here, connecting them, forming two lines, intersecting lines. And you can see here that they are perpendicular. Okay, they form 4 right angles here. So this one is the line 10x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0, and this line is the line x minus 5y minus 6 equals 0. Let us also learn how to solve problems involving the general form of a line. This time, let us find the value of k so that the lines kx minus 3y equals 5 and 5x minus 6y equals 8 will be parallel. So what will be the value of k para maging parallel yung dalawang lines na yan? So what's the formula? So for line 1, let us first identify ABC. K, negative 3, negative 5. For line 2, 5, negative 6, negative 8. You transpose 5 to the left side of the equation. Yes. But I think we don't need C's here. So the formula, two lines must be parallel, they must have equal slopes. So for parallel lines, ito yung formula natin. A sub 1 over B sub 1 equals A sub 2 over B sub 2. Or if you cross multiply that, A sub 1 B sub 2 minus A sub 2 B sub 1 equals 0. Yung formula, di ba? Okay, we can use that formula or this. Pwede rin to. Para hindi ka na mag-cross multiply. Pero pwede rin. You can also use this. It's just the same as A1 B2 minus A sub 2 minus A sub 1 B sub 2 minus A sub 2 B sub 1 equals 0. So substitute A sub 1 is K, B sub 1 is negative 3, A sub 2 is 5 over negative 6. Cross multiply, negative 6K equals negative 15. Diba? Then divide both sides by negative 6. K equals positive 15 over 6. Therefore, K equals 5 halves. 5 halves. So this K should be 5 halves so that these two lines will become parallel. About this, find the value of K so that the lines will become perpendicular. 3x plus ky minus 6 equals 0 and 9x minus 6y plus 2 equals 0. For line 1, 3k negative 6 for the values of a, b, and c respectively. For line 2, 9 negative 6, 2. So since the two lines must be perpendicular, the product of their slopes must be equal to negative 1. Yeah, a sub 1 over b sub 1 times a sub 2 over b sub 2 equals negative 1. Or you can use our formula. Well ba? Wait, yung formula natin. A sub 1 equals negative b1 b2. So a sub 1 a sub 2 plus b sub 1 b sub 2 equals 0. You can also use that formula or this. Product of their slope is equal to negative 1. So a sub 1 is 3 over k times 9 over negative 6 equals negative 1. So 3 times 9 is 27 over negative 6k. Yun. 27 over negative 6k equals negative 1. Cross multiply. 27 equals 6k. Divide both sides by 6. 27 over 6. Reduce to lowest term, 9 halves. Therefore here, k must be 9 halves so that these two lines will be perpendicular. Okay, naintindihan? Did you understand, class? I hope so. Another problem involving general form. The sum of the coefficients of x and y in ax plus by minus 12 equals 0 is 4. If the slope of the line is 1/3, find a and b. So it says here, if we add a and b in this equation, the sum is 4 and the slope is 1/3. Find the value of a and b. Okay, pwedeng 1, pwedeng 3 yan. We don't know exactly the value of a and b. The sum should be 4 and the slope is positive 1/3. So if the slope is 1/3 and the sum of a and b is 4, we have a plus b equals 4, our equation 1. Slope is 1/3. The formula for 1/3 is negative a over b equals 1/3. So from that, we'll cross multiply. Negative 3a equals b. So our equation 2 is 3a plus b equals 0. Yes, by transposition. Transpose negative 3a to this part, maging positive 3a plus b equals 0. Equation 2. Equation 1 is a plus b equals 4 because the sum of a and b is 4. So we can now solve this by substitution or elimination method. Okay, whichever you prepare. So from equation 1, a plus b equals 4, we have a equals 4 minus b by transposition. So, solving for b. Okay, substitute now a by 4 minus b in equation 2. Right? Ano ba yung equation 2? Equation 2 is 3a plus b equals 0. So, what we did here is to solve for b in terms of a dito. So, a equals 4 minus b or b equals 4 minus a. Substitute mo dito sa equation 2. So, we have 4 minus b. So, from equation 1, substitute to 3a plus b. 3a plus b. But a is 4 minus b. So, 3 times 4 minus b plus b equals 0. 12 minus 3b plus b equals 0. Negative 3b plus b is negative 2b. Then 2b equals 12. Yes, or negative 2b equals negative 12. But divide both sides by negative 2. Therefore, b equals 6. Then what is now the value of a? Solving for a, from equation 1, a plus b equals 4. b is negative 6. Or 4, or a equals 4 minus b. 4 minus 6. Ano ba yung b? b is 6, no? So 4 minus 6 is negative 2. A is negative 2, b is 6. Diba? So negative 2 plus 6 is b. So that's the sum of, the sum is 4. Negative 2 plus 6 is 4. Yun lang naman hinahanap eh. the value of A and B. Right. Ganun na yung equation. So that ends our lesson in general form of the equation of a straight line. So for your activity, answer less in analytic geometry, tasks 1, 3, 6, and 9, and the summative test. Thank you very much for listening. Our next lesson will be normal form of the equation of a straight line. Goodbye.